Alright folks, everybody, welcome back, Ruckscards. Appreciate you tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new. Really would help the channel. And hopefully you like what you see. What I'm going through today is I just did a video of my PC, mostly raw cards that I have, and now I'm going to show off my some of my PC items that are slabbed. So interested in any comments you have, any commentary based on what I have, because I'll talk a little bit about some of the cards, give a little background if there is anything to really share about them. Don't want to make the video too lengthy, but at the same time, I think some collectors like to hear some stories about you know, how you acquired some cards or what might be some nostalgia behind some of them. So anyway, regardless, that's my plan for this video, and hopefully you enjoy. Start things off with one of my newest acquisitions. I'm a huge Dave Winfield fan. He was my idol growing up when I was playing baseball. Always wore number 31 for Dave. My goal here, I sent in, you probably see it on a my PSA slab video that I did a little while back. You'll see that I did send the one PC. I had this in my PC raw for, I don't know, not this card, but I had another one in my PC raw for probably 20 years, and decided to send it into PSA and get graded, and it came back a 4. And in my view, there could have been some issues with the surface or whatever. Eye appeal wise, it was centered better than this one. This is a 6, by the way, a PSA 6 extra mint copy of Dave Winfield. But it came back a 4. I was so disappointed in that. Couldn't understand why I only got a 4. I had other dealers look at it as well. They couldn't figure it out. They were like, how is this a 4? I have no idea. But anyway, bottom line is it came back a 4. So I sold it at one of my shows for, you know, virtually nothing, made no money on it, because number one, I didn't really want to sell it because it only came back a 4. I'm like, well, I'm not going to keep a 4. So I'll let it go to somebody who, you know, will appreciate the fact that it's undergraded. And you know, I sold it for, I don't know, like I said, I didn't make any money on it. You know, maybe 40 bucks or so. I can't remember what that I sold it for, but something around there. Anyway, so because I didn't have one in my PC any longer, I went out and bought a 6 of the Winfield rookie, and my goal here is to keep trading up. So whether it's buying a 7 at a good price or trading it up to a 7 at some point, that's my goal, is to get a 7, 8, 9, and then I don't know if I'll ever get a 10, but we'll see. But that's the idea here behind the Winfield. But anyway, this is one of my newest additions to my PC, Dave Winfield, Topps Rookie. Topps Rookie? Almost said autograph. That's a good mixture. I mean, didn't really have any in any particular order. So I do some pop culture stuff, and I was a big Game of Thrones fan, and who doesn't like Emilia Clarke? Anyone who watched that show. So bought this card off eBay and had it in my PC for a while, and decided to send it in and get graded. Again, for those of you who are new to the channel, I prefer to send cards with any type of refraction or coloring look to SGC, just because I feel that the black tux brings it out better than if I was to send this into PSA. So that's part of my criteria when I determine whether to send stuff to SGC or PSA. And this one gemmed, both the autograph and the card, so gem copy of this card. And I spent a good chunk of money on this. I think I probably paid around $300-400 for this card. I think it was just a little over 4, if my memory serves. So the fact that now I get a 10, that's pretty cool. So that's that one. Next up, we got a Bryce Harper SGC 9.5. This one I could have sent to PSA. Maybe I should have. This really doesn't do much in an SGC. Probably just I needed another card or whatever to send in to SGC, so I sent the Bowman Chrome rookie Harper. Got a 9.5 on it. It's a pretty sweet one here. This is a 10. This one gemmed. This is one of the Donruss Unleashed. This is a green emerald of Babe Ruth, out of only 25 in existence, and this one gemmed at a 10, so pretty cool. Next up is a Mattingly rookie. This one's actually my brother's card I keep for him. Decided to send it in to PSA and got a 7. Don't have much of a complaint about a 7, I guess. I mean, I thought there was at least an 8, so maybe it was a little under what I thought. I thought the corners were good, but came back a 7. That's a Mattingly Topps rookie. This one here I was disappointed in. I really thought this should be a 10. Again, it's a thicker card, so I don't know why these grading companies penalize thicker cards, but this is a super rare Topps tribute Aaron Judge on-card autograph. Sweet looking card. I mean, it's centered perfectly. I don't know how it got a 10, got a 9, but I really was hoping for a 10 on this. SGC fought out otherwise and gave it a 9, so it must be something they found with it. Maybe it's just the fact that it's a thick card. To me, that's probably what it was. The autograph got a 10. The card got a 9. Just one of the most beautiful cards that I have in my collection. And this is numbered to only 25. Aaron Judge autograph. Beautiful looking card. I don't even think the video does it justice, really. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't have like a cough button here. Mariano Rivera. This is out of the Finest Moments. I got this off of eBay. By the way, I pulled that Judge I just showed you. So that was pretty cool. This one I purchased off of eBay. I mentioned this before. Mariano Rivera's got one of the best autographs around. 9.5 on the card, 10 autograph. So this card did very well. I knew it had a shot of gemming. I remember seeing there was a slight blemish somewhere on the card, so it doesn't surprise me. I got a 9.5, and it's very, very hard to even see. But I look at these cards before I submit under, as best I can with under a light and a microscope and all that. I remember I noticed one tiny something, and obviously it looks like SGC saw it as well. But anyway, 9.5, 10 on the auto, beautiful card. Mariano Rivera. All right, next up. Next up, we have Marcel Mayer. This is the Red Sox #1 draft pick a couple years ago. Or maybe it was just last year, I forget, but recently. This one, 10. This is his Bowman Chrome First Refractor. This card I pulled, so it's always cool the card that you pull actually 10s. So, pretty cool there. Put both of these together. These next two are both Grayson Rodriguez Bowman First Refractors, both 10. These cards I pulled also. So, #1 pitching prospect in baseball for the Orioles. This one here was just, sometimes I'll just send cards in, even they may not be of any real value in terms of monetary, but just wanted to get them slabbed, and this is one of them. This is just a simple Bowman's Best out of Hank Aaron out of 2016. Just a cool looking, kind of gold refractor light card that I thought would look good in a tux, which it does. And I got a 9 on it. I didn't really care about the grade. It was this card, I just wanted to get it in a slab. So, getting back to Grayson Rodriguez, here is this one's the SGC. Got a 10 on his first autograph, rookie, on card. So the auto got a 10, the card got a 10. Pretty sweet. This is also, is it a refractor? No, it's not a refractor. Just these, Bowman First autograph 10s. Next up is an Acuna. I remember I think I bought this card at a show or traded for it, something along those lines. Or maybe I've got it on eBay. I can't remember. Something like that. But anyway, I got a 9 Acuna Heritage. Or no, it's an 8. No, it's a 9. Sorry, my freaking eyes are going on me. So there's a 9 Acuna Heritage rookie. Next up, we have a, oh, hang on one second, lost my video here, there we go. We have a Donruss 1987 Maddox PSA 9. This card I purchased on eBay. Looking for a 10, you know, this is kind of the same idea with the Winfield. So I'm looking for 10s, and I'm just going to look to trade up at some point, or purchase up, or whatever you want to say. But Maddox is, I definitely collect Maddox in my PC. You'll see some more. You did see in my others, my raw PC video, all the Maddox autographs that I have. So definitely have PC'd Maddox for a long time. This one here, again, I always feel I gotta share the story behind HGA. During COVID, you know, when PSA was so backed up and SGC was backed up, and you know, HGA was kind of a startup company and came out with the labels and everything, I wanted to give them a shot, so I did, and I sent quite a bit of stuff just through the COVID years to HGA. I really like the slabs. I like the labels. This label doesn't do much. Some of them really do bring out the card. I didn't think this one really did much to the card. This card, this slab, more than likely I'm going to crack and resubmit to more than likely PSA. And you know, nothing against HGA. I don't want to beat them down. They've been beaten down enough in the hobby. I just feel that they entered the hobby at the wrong time. You know, they made promises they couldn't keep because they also got behind with the onslaught of cards that they got grading, and it affected their quality, quality and not that I really had many issues with them, really, but I don't send anything, needless to say, to HGA anymore. Again, I'm not here to, you know, pile on them. Like I said, they've got enough hobby issues going on right now, but just letting you know that I've ceased submitting anything to them. Not ever rule out going back to them at all at some point, but I wanted to wait until they got their issues straightened out before I submit anything more. But anyway, this card I'm going to crack and send to PSA. This could get a 9 from HGA. This is a Mike Trout finest rookie. So because I said that with this HGA, I won't say that with the other copies. So I have quite a few others HGA in my PC. So just keep that in mind. Next up, here is another HGA Trout Bowman's Best. This one got a 9.5, which is a gem mint, much like Beckett. 9.5 is a gem with HGA. This is another one I'll be cracking out to send to PSA. Hoping for, you know, expecting a 10. HGA, one good thing about HGA is they were one of the toughest graders out there. I mean, to get a 10 with them was virtually impossible. Like I said, their 9.5s are basically 10s. So, and even the 9.5s, they didn't give out much at all. So I expect this one to 10 with PSA, and I'll be cracking this one and sending it in to them sooner than later. Another HGA, this is a Bo Jackson. This card I picked up at a trade show, ungraded. So I did send this one to HGA. This is out of only 15. It's a Bo Jackson on-card autograph, just a cool looking card. Now this is one of the labels that really brings out the card. This is what I really liked about HGA, is, you know, some of these labels really actually add to the cosmetic look to the card. So I really actually like this card in the HGA slab. Will not be cracking this one. So pretty cool. The autograph got a 10. They put the autograph score on the back. So that's just one of my favorites in the collection here. Really cool Bo Jackson autograph. No, my Ellies rather, are already coming up. So here is a gem mint. These cards are really taking off, which I knew would happen. I mean, this guy is just a stud. Ellie De La Cruz, Bowman Mega, Refractor. First, gem mint 10. Beautiful looking card. This card I pulled. That other card I bought off eBay, by the way. This one here I pulled. Is Sapphire. Sent it in and got a 10 on it, which was beautiful. This card's going over $500 to $600 right now. So pretty damn sweet. The card would look much better in an SGC. It tucks. No doubt the Sapphires look way better in those slabs, in my opinion. But I knew this one would. This one is one of those ones where I override my personal decision to go with value and market value, I should say, and obviously PSA, draws more. I don't have any. Not looking to sell this card anytime soon, but at some point I might. But anyway, a nice gem mint 10 Sapphire first of Ellie De La Cruz. Looks like we're getting into my J-Rod now. We got. I'll just show them all together. I have 3 J-Rod Bowman firsts. One of these I bought at the National for like $225, so way overpaid for it. I think this card's more in like the 125 range now, something around there. Or 150, something around there. But one of these I bought at a show, sent it in and got a 10. Which is cool, which I think is this one right here. This one right here I bought at a show and sent it in and got a 10 on it, so that's pretty sweet. The other one I bought, and these two I bought off eBay. Or no, one I bought off eBay, one I got at the National last year. So, and that's the one I paid $225 for. So, anyway, 3 of those. Then I picked this one off of Whatnot. I forget who the auctioneer was, but overpaid for this one too. Found out after I bid on it. This is only a 9 purple refractor at a Topps Chrome update of Julio. Now I'm not really concerned. Yeah, I overpaid for it, but I'm really confident that this guy, even though some people say he had a quote slow start to this season, his numbers are still there. He's got over 20 stolen bases, 20 homers. Hitting in the 250, 60s now. Yeah, he got off to a slow start, but I'm not worried about Julio Rodriguez in the hobby. I think he's a star, and he will continue to be a star going forward. So, even though this card's dropped in value since I bought it, or it was even undervalued, I just overpaid for it, really. But still a cool card to have, no doubt. And it's in my PC. All right. Continue with the Julios. This is a 10. I sent this one to SGC again. This is one of the ones that I didn't decide to send to PSA. I just wanted to send it to SGC because I feel that these Sapphires just look much better in a Tux, and I don't see how anyone can debate that. I mean, you just can't. Cosmetically, this card looks way better in a Tux than it would in a PSA slab. Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to get as much for my 10 in the market for an SGC. Maybe I will, though. There might be some others like me that actually would prefer an SGC slab. But that's just my opinion. To each his own, right? And anyway, 10 on the Julio. This is his Prospect Bowman Chrome. Sapphire. Here's another 10. This is his, that was 2020 I showed you on that last card. This one's 2021. Prospect Bowman Sapphire. Another beautiful card, and a 10 for me. So, obviously you always like to see the 10s. Here's another one. Same card, but I got a 9.5 on this one. So I get a 9.5 and a 10 version of this. It's beautiful. Sticking with Julio. I don't know why I got some like wet residue on here. Not sure where that's from. Anyway, 9.5 on the Topps Finest Aqua Refractor, numbered only to 199. Here is his Bowman's Best 2020, top 15. You got a 10. Now here's the really cool one. Look at all this residue. I don't know what this is. Is this from the humidity? I mean, it's very humid in the Northeast, but I didn't spill anything on these cards. But you'll see that I'm taking these out of my Zion case, and there's just some like watery residue on here. I don't know if anybody else has had that issue. Interesting. Anyway, it hasn't impacted the card at all. I just noticed there's some droplets on here. The case has been closed, so there's nothing that would have spilled on or anything. And finally, here's the cool one. You can see this water? You guys see that? I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know if these boxes are, if it's really humid out, if they actually start drawing in water moisture. You guys can let me know, anyone who's got a Zion box, if you've run into this issue with humid weather. Anyway, this one here, check this out. This card I pulled, it came back at 10. Again, sent it to SGC, even as rare as it is, because I just feel that it looks better in an SGC. This is out of only... It says 10 there. I can't get the freaking thing to focus. There you go. Can you see that? 10. 9 of 10. Super, super rare of Julio. This card is... I don't even know what the... Oops. Jesus. I don't even know what the value of this card is. But I would say it's probably at least... probably $750 range, maybe more, probably closing it on $1,000. I'm not sure. It's hard to comp it because there's not many out there. I do believe this is a pop 1 from me. I don't think there's another. There might be another one. Maybe a pop 2. I think SGC might have another one at 10. Either way, it's super, super, super rare of Julio. One of my favorites in my PC. And again, it's always got a little special place because I did pull this card. Oh, you know what it is? I just found out what it is. I have a, I just figured out what's going on here. So I have a glass of Coke, and again, as this condensation, see how it's dripping? Condensation on the outside of the glass because I have ice in it. And it's in a holder that has got no bottom. And what's happening is it's dripping into the case. So I just found out. So scratch any of that stuff that's I was asking about, anybody having issues with humid weather in the Zion, that has nothing to do with the case. That's totally on me. I just fixed that problem. I addressed the issue. All set now. Cleaned everything off. I was like, what the hell's going on here? All right, more. Here we go to Ohtani. Now, if there was any regret that I might have, because honestly, this is not a refractor, so I could have sent this to PSA. Send it to SGC. Now, these cards I already checked. 9.5s are going for over $500. Anyway, so they're getting the value. You know, maybe this is $600 with PSA versus SGC, but to me. I mean, it still looks better in this slab, but it doesn't have a refractor, so it almost kind of went against my, usually I send refractors into SGC and base cards and stuff like that into the PSA. This one, I sent it to SGC. But got a 9.5 on it. Beautiful Otani Bowman rookie card. Can't go wrong with this guy. I think his cards are still undervalued for what this guy's doing. But they're finally really starting to move now, and long overdue. And you'll see coming up here, I've got a lot invested in Otani. Most of these cards I got well, early on. I just knew what others apparently didn't know, that this guy was going to be a hobby star, a hobby stud, whatever you want to call it. And he most definitely is. What he is doing is unprecedented, and his stuff should be moving off tables everywhere, honestly. And anyway, Otani 9.5 and an SGC. I'll get off my Otani soapbox because you're about to see a lot of Otanis coming up. What I did when Otani's cards really started moving higher is I started looking at the sort of subset rookies of Otani, and so I bought a bunch, and plus these cards just look beautiful. I love these freshman flashes. They're beautiful refraction-like looking cards. Again, I went SGC because of that. Did not send any of these to PSA. I don't believe I have. Maybe I did, but I don't believe so. I think these are all in SGC. And I got to know this card very well. So as you could see, I have 3 10s, and I've got quite a few others as well that are in my case that I'm selling. But I've kept 3 of the 10s in my PC. So pretty nice there. These cards are now well over $100. And when I first bought them on eBay, checked them over, and I wasn't able to send them all in. Obviously, you get some stuff in eBay that are not 10s. They come flawed. That's just the matter of life dealing with eBay. But I was able to get 3 of them that I look like 10s to me, send them in, and I got 10s. So this was a calculated move on my part for these, and most of these I was paying like $15 to $20 back a couple years ago. I was starting to gobble these things up, and obviously now they've 10, they're all well over $100. So sometimes stuff like that works out for you. Here's his Topps Chrome update, that 10 for me. This one was another eBay purchase, so looked good enough for me to send it in. And a 10, this is another one that I would, if I had to do it all over again, I would have sent this one and the Bowman to PSA instead of, I keep wanting to say SGC, but SGC? It is SGC. But again, I'm not going to complain. I love the Tux. What can I say? Here's a 9.5 Heritage. Another one. I bought a bunch of these. I don't know if I got a 10 on any of these. I know I got a bunch of 9.5s, and I've sold quite a few of these now. I'm down to really, like, I got maybe a couple more. One, it's in my case, and my showcase, I should say, and this one I have, keep it in my PC. Anyway, 9.5 Otani Heritage. All right, keeping on the Otani wagon. Here is an HGA. This was my card. I think I bought this on eBay. I can't remember now. Not the grade. I actually graded this card. I'm trying to remember if I actually pulled this or I bought it on eBay. I think it was an eBay purchase. Then I sent it in and got a 9.5 from HGA, which is a gem for them. So this is another one I'll be cracking at some point and send it to PSA or SGC. SGC because it kind of has a refractor kind of look. So I got to figure out. Probably go PSA with this one. But another beautiful Otani rookie. And here's another HGA 9.5. Again, it's a gem. And this is the Bowman's Best. This is another one I'll be likely cracking and sending to PSA. Here's another Bowman. This one went to HGA. I got a Gem Mint 9.5, so this is another one that I will be cracking and sending to PSA, more than likely. And hopefully for a 10. It should really 10. HGA, which is a much stricter grading company, in my opinion. At least they were. I know that PSA seems to have gotten much stricter on their grading, which is, to me, a good thing. Either way, this one will be going out to PSA at some point. But anyway, that's I have 2 of the Bowman Chrome Otanis. Here's another HGA 9.5. This one here, this is his Topps Chrome. I had the pink version of this, which I sold at a show, probably about the early part of the baseball season. And it was the pink refractor. Wish I still had that card. I really regret selling it, but I got a good deal on it. I had it priced pretty high, and I got what I was asking for it. So what are you gonna do? That card's probably closing in on $1,000 now. But anyway, I still have his Topps Chrome. And this is another one that I will be cracking and sending to PSA. Alright, back to pulp culture here for a little bit. Here's a 9.5. Those of you who are my age, or I guess the show still runs on TV. I don't know how many of today's youth watches the show. They really should be watching it. A lot of valuable life lessons in Little House on the Prairie. But anyone, you know, in their 40s or 50s like myself, or older, will remember Melissa Gilbert, who played the young star of Little House on the Prairie. So here's her Pop Century autograph. Got a 9.5 on the card, a 10 on the auto, and this is out of only 15. So I was a big fan of the show, watched it religiously as a kid, and so this one's got a lot of nostalgia for me. One of my favorite shows over the last 5 years, 5, 6, 7 years, however it's been running, Stranger Things. So obviously the star of that show is Millie Bobby Brown, and this is her autograph out of 2019 Leaf Pop Century. Got a 10 on the auto, 9.5 on the card. So pretty cool. This is out of only 10. So there we go. Pretty sweet. Big Star Wars fan, a big fan of the Rey character. I know that's kind of a polarizing topic with some Star Wars fans. Some people just can't stand the last trilogy, and I had major issues with it too, but not her though. I thought that Rey, her character, and her as an actress, Daisy, is fantastic, and so I started collecting her. And I don't know why this card got an 8. Must be something with it. I don't know. Centering seems good to me. Maybe it's because her hair runs off a little bit. I don't know. I haven't really seen other copies of it, so maybe it runs high. I'm not sure. Either way, it's a beautiful purple refractor autograph of Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey in Star Wars, and this is out of only 15. So pretty cool. I got another one of her coming up. Speaking of Rey, this is not the one I was talking about, but but I mentioned this in my last video, how I'm sending a Anakin Skywalker in that's a gold, just like this one. Sent this one in. I pulled this card. This is out of Star Wars Topps Finest 2022. It's a gold refractor array out of only 50. Sorry, this camera just will not focus. And it's just a beautiful looking card. Again, SGC does this card way more justice than it would in a PSA, in my opinion. Just the black and the gold looks beautiful. And a 10. The 10 makes it even look more beautiful, obviously. Alright, coming up. I know we're coming up on half an hour. This video will probably be close to... I know it's lengthy. You know, come back and check out the rest of it. Do it at your own pace. But I feel that hopefully you're enjoying this. Leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Here's Michael Keaton, one of my favorite actors, one of the greatest actors in the history of my generation. By far, one of the most versatile actors. Does not sign much. You'll be hard hard to find on Michael Keaton autographs, but he did sign in this year's, and you'll see a lot of these because I went crazy, spent a ton of money on these Keaton autographs in this Pop Century when he finally came out and put an autograph into something. Super hard find, Michael Keaton, and this one 10, which is just beautiful, and the green refractor on this black looks beautiful also. The autograph 10, the card 10, it's a gem copy, numbered out of only 3. And it's just one of my awesome pieces in my PC. Love it. I'm Batman. This is a recent pickup at a show. Really don't, as a Yankee fan, I don't have much Judge stuff. I sold his Donruss rated rookie autograph on card last year, like 2 days before he broke the home run record for the American League. Last year, I sold it for like $600, so I got what I was asking for it. I think that card's even higher now, but anyway, so because I was running out and very low on Judge rookies, this one came to my attention. Somebody had it, and this is the Bowman Chrome mini version of his Bowman Chrome rookie, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. It's a 9 copy, and I got this in a trade, and so pretty neat. I don't know if one day these minis will have more value than the standard card size. I guess that's what I could hope for, but I think they're shorter printed than the main, so I think there's less of these. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But anyway, I thought this was cool. I'm a big Syracuse fan, and don't collect much basketball at all. But I used to have like 4 of these. I sold most of them many years ago. But I kept one for myself and decided, you know what, let's just send it in and get it graded. So here's a Carmelo Anthony sign of the times in his Syracuse orange jersey, on card, autograph. Card got a 10, the auto got a 9, and pretty cool autograph of Carmelo. Then we got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., big fan of his father. I've collected his dad for really since I've been collecting, and so I kept a big, I was watching his son and started jumping on his stuff early on, and got this one. This is his Contenders rookie autograph. It's in an HGA slab. This is one that I'm probably going to crack at some point and resubmit to probably SGC on this one. Again, I think it's just because a better look for an SGC. I don't know. We'll see. It probably won't look bad in a PSA either. Only got a 9. I mean, I thought that was kind of harsh. Again, HGA is tough grading company, so I think this one has a shot at a 10. I don't really know what the issue could have been. I guess there's a tad white in this upper right corner. You see that? Just noticed. Very small. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. You probably see it there. A little bit of white. Yeah, I guess it's enough to bring it down. So, but regardless, I'm more than likely going to crack this one out at some point. Anyway, it's a Vlad Jr. Autograph rookie. Here's another Vlad. This one I got off eBay. This is numbered out of only 150. And on-card auto of Vlad. It's a 9 again from HGA. Now this one I have no idea. This has got 4 sharp corners, no whiting whatsoever. Corners are beautiful. Edges are sharp. Surface looks beautiful. I don't know what the heck HGA only gave this a 9 for. So I'm cracking this one for 2 reasons. One, even though this is one of the slabs that I really like. So I think it looks really nice in this slab. So, but I'm more than likely going to crack it because I think it deserves a higher grade. I'd like to get another company to look at this one. But otherwise, it's not necessarily this one because it's in the slab. I think this slab is actually pretty sharp. The label. And that's one of the perks of HGA. I mean, the slab looks nice. Anyway, moving on. Another Vlad. This one I picked up at a show. The owner got it right back from Topps at the time. He still, and I know the other dealer. He had just got it back from Topps. It had the Topps label on it. And so I thought I had a really good shot at a 10. Obviously, it hadn't been touched from anyone other than Topps. Like, I know it doesn't always guarantee anything. And in this case, it didn't. Still got a 10. So 9.5 on it. 10 auto is an on card. Sweet card. Really looks awesome in the HGA with the refractor fire looking type of card. Just a really cool. I wish it 10. I really was hoping this would 10. But just missed, probably because it's die cut. The die cuts are always much harder to get a 10 on whenever you send a die cut in, so keep that in mind, folks. But numbered to only 150. This is just an awesome, they called this one a heat wave die cut card. I didn't even realize that these were even autoed. I remember when I opened up some of the Bowman's Best, I was like, man, these inserts are nice. And then I went to the show, like I said, and I saw the autoed version of the Guerrero, and I couldn't leave the show without getting it. So I think I spent like $225 on it. And I didn't get, the guy wouldn't give me much of a deal, even though I know him. I was kind of hoping I can get him down. Maybe I got him down to 200. I might have got him down like $25 to 200. But he wouldn't give me much more. Like, I wanted to pay like $175 for it. He wouldn't go for it. And anyway, that's the story behind that one. Just a beautiful looking card. Here's a Topps Chrome update, Gem 10 PSA of Vlad Jr. Here's a 10 on his Bowman Chrome rookie. And then I got a 10 on his Topps Chrome refractor, which was pretty damn cool. Alright, let me get these Vlads back in. Alright, I jumped on the Kelenic bandwagon a couple years ago. I was glad that he got off to a good start this year after really having a rough start to his career. He's definitely simmered off since his first couple months of the season, but he's still hitting around like 250-ish, and he's got quite a bit of homers and a decent amount of RBIs. So I'm hoping he just continues. I was really scared before the season about what I invested in Kelenic, as you'll about to see. This isn't even all my PC of Kelenic. It's just some of what I've gotten slabbed to his. Anyway, here's his Bowman Chrome first 9.5 refractor. Here's this is another one HGA rather. Did a good job with the label. Just really kind of brings out the card here. This card I pulled. This is Bowman's Best Green autograph in 2018. This was, even though I pulled this card, it was number 1 out of 99. So that's always cool. On card, auto. Just a beautiful looking card. I don't know why this one didn't 10. Again, anything that I pull on my own and just looks good, I just kind of almost expect it to be a 10 because I know it hasn't been touched by anyone else and circulated at all. The autograph got a 10. But this one only got a 9 from HGA. Probably will keep this one in the slab. It's just the slab looks cool. I do think it's probably higher than a 9, but it is what it is. And then this one I definitely overpaid for. I spent like $450 or something on this card. HGA 9. Really, again, like I said, I went all in with Kelenic a couple years ago. And this one's on a only 50 gold eBay purchase on card. Kelenic class of 2018. Again, beautiful looking card, but probably $200 to $300 in the red on this one right now. But still a young player. He's only 23, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that he can continue to get better. All right. Thanks for sticking with me here. We got another 20 or so cards to go. Here's a Volpe 9. I'm pretty much in on the top end of the market on these. When he was basically the day he was called up, I started jumping online and trying to gobble some of these things up. So I paid this stuff really, when he made the announcement, his stuff was going crazy on eBay. So I paid really top of the market on most of these. But here's a Sapphire 9 PSA. Again, this card would look, I know it's PSA, everybody loves PSA, I get it, but this card would look so much better in a tux. It just would. The Sapphires look beautiful in the tuxes. I don't think the PSA does much. It just doesn't look as good. I mean, here we go. Here's a Sapphire, different card, but Sapphire in the tux. I mean, to me, it just brings it out. It's just a much nicer presentation. Of course, the 10 helps too. So this is his. This is not his first like the last card. This is his prospect Sapphire. This one is his first, but it's just the normal first out of chrome. Got a 9.5 on it. This one here holds a little nostalgia. People are like, who the heck's Charlie Garner? Eagle fans will know who he is. 49er fans know who he is. Raider fans know who he is. This guy was really a amazing running back in terms of talent. Never really broke out. He did have a couple of good years with the 49ers and the Raiders. He was an Eagle first, and the Eagles let him go after like 3 or 4 seasons, which I'll never forgive them for that. But this holds a little nostalgia because it's my first ever PSA 10 card in my collection, so that I bought for myself. So not only does it hold that because I'm just a huge Charlie Garner fan also, but that's the other thing. It's my first PSA 10 that I ever owned. So that's just nostalgia. Here's a HGA 7 Montana. Now I thought this one was better than a 7. I mean, I thought the centering, it's not perfect. I didn't expect a 10 on it, but I thought this card's better than a 7. This is one that I will be cracking at some point and sending it to PSA and having them take a look at it. So we'll see how it does. But anyway, it's a Montana Topps rookie. This one here, I got the National last year. One of my targeted players was a Jamar Chase when I was there. I wanted to come home with a Jamar Chase on-card auto rookie, and this is the one that I ended up getting. This is out of rookie Panini encased rookie endorsements. As you know, Beckett 9.5s are gems, so it's a gem copy. It's rare. There's only 50 of these, and it's an on-card of Jamar Chase. So one of my favorites. I got the dealer down. I think he had it listed for 500. I think I got it for like 420, something like that. I think I paid just a little over 400 for it. Jamar Chase. So love that one. I used to have the white chrome also, which I'll talk to you a little bit about more in a moment. But I had the white chrome refractor, which is super rare of this, and probably would have 10. It was nicely centered. I was going to send it away, but I ended up trading it at the National, and I'll get to that story forthcoming here in a couple minutes when I talk about, because I have the card in the PC that I was part of the trade. I traded a ton of stuff, and that was one thing that I had to let go, unfortunately. I really wish I didn't part with that card. I wanted to keep it, but here's the regular refractor of the same card, Topps Chrome, and I got a 9.5 of Adrian Peterson. And remember I talked about how I collected Vladimir Sr. Here's a Vlad Guerrero, nice on-card autograph. Got a 9.5 on it, 10 on the auto. This is out of Finest Moments, and it's not numbered. Just a beautiful looking card. Again, the video probably doesn't do it justice. These cards just are these refractor type looking cards. They're just really nice. All right, 2 more groups of cards to go, and then we'll wrap the things up here. Appreciate you hanging in there with me. Hopefully you're enjoying this. All right, here we go. This card here, I've mentioned before how I'm looking to trade up or pay up, however you want to call it. I had a 6 that I got the National last year. You might see it on one of my older videos. I think my Nationals recap. I have this card and I show you that I had it in a 6, and I got that card for like, I think I got the deal. I think he had it for like 60, and I talked him down to like 45 for it. So I bought it at the National for like $45. That was a 6, and then I ended up at a New York show, card show. This guy had it. I actually misread it. I really thought this was like, there was like another card next to it. And for some reason, I thought this was like maybe a 9. I don't know, something like this. Like it was just covered in like this, and for some reason, I read this 7 as a 9. And so I think he had it for like $80. And so I was like, oh man, it looks like a steal. But it was only a 7, and I actually didn't realize it was a 7 until after I made the purchase. And I'm not going to go back and say, oh hey, I thought it was a 9. I didn't play any of that game. I think I talked him off like maybe $5 or $10. I think I paid like 70 for this, maybe 80. I can't remember. I think I paid 80, maybe 70 or 80. Anyway, it's a 7. It is, now I got a 7, and I'll be looking for an 8 now, and I'm selling my 6. So that's my plan here for the Rice, is just to continue to go up. I don't have any plans to ever get a 10 on this card. I'll be happy with a 9, but that's my goal here, is to eventually get a 9 of the Jerry Rice 86 Topps rookie. This one here, getting back to Yzerman, just a beautiful card. I've actually listed this card once on eBay, and it's out of only 400. This is a beautiful gold refractor. This is back in the day, in the early mid-90s or whatever, when they didn't make a lot of refractors. Again, they numbered them only to 400, and this is just a beautiful. I mean, the look and shine in this card is just awesome. And I don't know if the videos do any justice, but it's just an awesome copy. And I remember pulling it off eBay, going, "What the hell am I thinking selling this card?" And fortunately, I was able to pull it off before someone, put a bid on it. So, and then, sent it into SGC because I just knew the black and gold would look awesome. I was hoping for a 10. Like, to me, I don't see anything wrong with this card, but SGC saw something minor out to it and gave me a 9.5. But this is one of my favorite cards in my PC. Just love the shine on it. It's just a beautiful Yzerman card. This one's just an authentic Beckett Jim Boeheim. I talked about Syracuse. I'm a Syracuse fan, so this just authenticates his autograph on this card. Nothing too crazy here. Authentic autograph, Jim Boeheim, Sports Legends. Now is finally retired. Here's a Danica Patrick. I don't know why this card. I knew it wasn't a 10. Like, I sent this card in knowing that it had a couple flaws on it. I do think it was a little harsh to give it a 7. I don't know why it got that beat up, but I thought maybe 9 at the worst, an 8, but they give it a 7. This is Danica Patrick on-card autograph. It's a nice looking card. It looks great in the black with the pink, and the pink is another card that looks great on the black. I think pink and the greens and the golds are all cards that I just think really look good on with the tux. This is out of only 25. Danica Patrick. This card here has been a challenging goal of mine to at least get a 9. It took me a while. I had a bunch of 8.5s, some 8s. I continue to buy this raw card. I think it's just one of the most nice looking, and it's serial numbered. It's a young Brady. It's only a 2004 card. As you'll see, this is out of Donruss Elite. And I used to have this card, and then I sold it, and then I regretted I sold it. And so then I went on eBay and just started buying a bunch of them. I probably bought almost close to a dozen of them at some point. Now, this is a card that's so hard to get mint, or even have the decision to make to send it in, because they often are scratched. This is a very easy surface to scratch on these. Plus, it's an older card now, so you'll see wear and tear in the corners, and it's just it's a very difficult card to get. And like I said, it took me forever to even get up to a 9. I do want to try to get a 10. I think it's possible yet to achieve it, but I just bought another one actually off eBay that looks good, and sometimes it looks good and you can only tell so much out of a photo, and I get them, like, I would say out of the 12 or so that I bought, I would say I've only submitted 4 of them in. So a lot of times I look at them and it's not worth sending in. They're very easy to scratch, very easy. Or of course you get the refractor lines. That was very common back in the day too. Otherwise, I just think this is a really awesome, again, my opinion, But I've had other people, when they look at my showcase, they're like, wow, that's a really nice Brady, and I have sold these, and I've sold a bunch of them. So I think people agree. So anyway, it's like I said, it's serial numbered out of only 1,000, and it's a 2004 early Brady, and it's just a beautiful looking card. So here's a Moss, Randy Moss 9. This card is one that I've had in my collection for a long time. Finally sent it in to PSA and got a 9. I think that's what I was expecting. You always hope for a 10. I just knew top to bottom was a little bit off center, just a tad. Left to right, it looks really good, but it was enough to bring it down to a 9. And I know this is probably one of those cards they really, don't give out too many 10s with. So I was expecting a 9, and that's what I got. Here's an HGA Barry Sanders. This is one that I may potentially crack and resubmit. Not that I'm expecting a 10, but it's one of those, where I might as well put in a PSA slab just because it'll, it's going to get more. I haven't really decided yet. I probably am not going to do a heck of a lot with it because I don't believe it's a 10 copy. It is right to left center wise, and then it's a little off top to bottom, so it's off center. So I think the grade is definitely fair. And is it worth me cracking, get into a PSA slab? I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know. I haven't made that determination yet. Anyway, Barry Sanders 89 rookie. I'll save the other one for last here. And here's a Iserman 8.5. I was very disappointed in all the Isermans. You'll see my video if you can go click back, and you'll see my PSA Isermans that I got back. I sent like 5 or 6 O-Peachies in, and they all came back 7s or 6s, and I think I even got a 3 or a 4 or something. It was ridiculous. So I was very pissed at PSA for whatever they were doing there. There's no way those are 7s, and I'm going to crack them and send them to the SGC. I don't know what, I got a bad grader or a pissed off grader that day, and he totally undervalued my my Iserman O-Peachies that I sent in. So it's another issue I have with PSA. I think SGC is the most consistent grading company out there. It's another reason why I tend to use them probably more than most people. PSA just needs to get their act together grading wise. So here's my O-Peachy 8.5. And then getting back to that, remember I was talking about the Adrian Peterson Topps Chrome, that I had the white Chrome. That was one of the like 8 or 9 cards that I gave in a deal along with $730. So I gave a ton of autographed rookies and stuff like that the dealer took in a trade, because this card was like $2,000 at the National, and it's still worth over $2,000 now. This is one that hasn't gone down in any value, and it really shouldn't. This card should only continue to appreciate. It's the Downtown Pat Tillman, just a card that I wanted. It was a grail card for me that I I didn't want to leave the National last year without getting this card. I didn't want to get it in a 10. I was hoping to get it just in raw, but I couldn't find it in raw. And there was this one dealer that I talked to later, the last day that I was there, he said he had 2 of them early in the show and sold them both for like $900 something. That's really what I was hoping to pay for. But as I was leaving that last final day, and some of you may have heard this story before in my past videos, I caught this out of the corner of my eye. Just happened to kind of go through one last time, and here it is. I saw it. But it was graded in a 10. I'm like, shit. And he had like $2,000 on it. So I was like, oh man. So, I did have my case with me, and I asked the dealer, if he'd be willing to look at it, and he wasn't interested. Like, he wasn't trading with anybody else. He was closing up, but he did agree to look at my stuff. So I got lucky that he at least did that, because otherwise I couldn't afford the card. And he picked out a lot of really good cards. Terry Bradshaw autographed to like 50. I told you about the Topps Chrome, Adrian Peterson white refractor. He also wanted my LaDainian Tomlinson Contenders autograph rookie auto that one I was able to keep, but it added like $400 more to what I'd have to pay for him in cash, but I was willing to do that. A Travis Henry, not Travis Henry, a Derrick Henry, National Treasures, I think, or Immaculate rookie auto. I'm trying to think what else. A Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rookie auto. Peyton Manning Topps Chrome rookie. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So there was that and more, that I gave up in that deal, to get him down to about $730. which I think I had like $750 in cash on me. So I got it to just where I needed to be. So anyway, that's the story behind this one, and we'll finish it off just under 1 hour. So hey, really thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Apologize for the length of the video, but there was a lot to kind of go through. And thanks for watching as always, and please subscribe. It helps the channel very much, and we'll see you next time. Take care.